I am going to record this. So what makes me so emotional is knowing that I said, hey, how about a Zoom, and that there's 31 of us on here. Like, I'm sorry, but that should give you the chills. Like, if I could like pay girls to get on a Zoom where I came from, I still couldn't have got 31 on. So it's so cool. Carissa, you're sharing your screen. It's so cool to see all of y'all jump on here because you want to. So thank you, because even though I'm your leader, and even though you may think I have it together, there are days where I doubt myself just as much as you ladies may do. And men, I know there might be a guy on here. And thank you, because when you show up, it reassures me why I do what I do, and lets me know, wow, like we have something flipping amazing. So just thank you. Whenever there's a roadblock, there have been several roadblocks for me lately and for some of my friends. And I just want to talk about that for a minute. These may be so stupid. You may be sitting there going like, how's that a roadblock? But I swear whenever things are going really good, little things, when they go bad, you start to kind of go like this, and the self-doubt creeps in and all of that, right? No matter who you are, that is the nature of this business. And so this is just an example. My freaking Instagram does not work, okay? And I'm going to tell you, while I could literally, like, if I really showed y'all what I felt like on the inside about that, it would look like a 2-year-old that is face down with their hands and their legs stomping. Like, that is how I feel on the inside, okay? But that's the devil, and he is not going to win, period. And you know what? Maybe I need to spend some more time with the people in front of me. Maybe I need to spend some more time going and looking at who's already following me. I don't know. Like, there's a reason for everything, okay? So, oh, I have to look at this. Sorry. You are telling me to look at it. Okay. So just know, like, when those little things happen, like, throw a fit, throw a 5-minute fit, cuss, whatever you need to do, and just move along. Because guess what? My business isn't going to close because Instagram. I want to tell y'all a story. Y'all know I'm big into stories, okay? I want to tell y'all this story. When I was a principal, our toilets stopped working, okay, at the school. Well, we had 600 and something people at our school. So we had very few choices, right? I remember, like, what are you going to do? I'm sitting there going, well, crap, what if I have to go to the bathroom, right? And then I'm like, what about all these kids? And then I'm like, what about all the kindergartners that are about to pee themselves, right? And my daughter was down there. And I never will forget being the freak out mom who was the principal, calling my husband, being like, you need to come and get her, because what if she has an accident? Well, what if she would have? She would have been okay, right? I'm like, our world is not perfect, and we can't always predict the road bumps that are and the obstacles that are going to be in the way. But I'm going to tell you something else. Nobody ever crossed the finish line without a struggle, okay? Nobody slides into home plate and gets up and doesn't have dirt on them. I mean, if you hit a walk-off home run every time, you're boring. I'm sorry, you're an overachiever, and I don't know where you came from. I'm just calling it like it is. But nobody ever goes and hustles and slides into home plate and gets up without a scratch, a bruise, or some dirt on their knees. And it really hit me hard today, thinking like about these things that I could view as obstacles, or these things that I could view as, so what, who cares, what's next? And I really have been getting my mind right all day, because what we are doing is amazing. We're ahead of where we were last month. Just because you fall short of a goal doesn't mean you don't get up and brush your knees off and get busy. And I just think, man, what an opportune time of year. We have January right around the corner. It's not like we got July where people are like, well, screw it, I already cheated on getting my act together for the last 7 months. Might as well, like we're in an opportune time in our business. And this may not be speaking to your heart at all, but this was just something that was really on my heart. So, we're all at different stages. We have people that are brand new that are facing obstacles, meanness, they're scared, fear. We have people that have been in and they've seen months of explosion and then months of, okay, where are people? We see all kinds of seasons in this business, but no matter what, we're a family and we're in this together. And it reminds me every day when I wake up to this group chat where it's never dead. There's never a day that group chat is not going off and someone is not pouring love into someone else. And one of y'all isn't sending me a message about somebody that's not even on your team sending you something in the mail or pouring into you or watching two of you go live together that aren't even like benefiting financially from each other. And that lets me know our team is so immensely blessed by such a bigger purpose. And so thank y'all for that. Y'all don't have to do those things. Y'all don't have to care about each other. Y'all could all be in competition with each other. And that's something that I pride all our whole downline on, is that we really, really work together. So thank you. Because man, that's classy and that feels so good as your leader. It's really cool to see. It's so cool to see. So enough sappiness. I just want y'all to know I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful not for what you put in the computer. I'm thankful for the nice message that you send saying good morning. I'm thankful for the way you answer each other's questions. I'm thankful for the help you give when you don't maybe have the time to do it, or whenever maybe, and there's Tracy with her big bottle of Jim Beam. I love her. Like we're just, man, we have something really awesome. So if you're new, man, welcome, because our team is freaking amazing. These are some things that I wrote down, some critical things whenever you're new, some critical things to remind you of if you're not new. A lot of times I go back and forth with how much I handhold and knowing what's appropriate and what's detrimental, okay? And so I want you to stop and ask yourself, if somebody's asking you questions, they're showing up. If somebody's griping, they're not. And no, I want you to know when there's a difference, because sometimes I get overwhelmed when my phone goes off. I'm going to be honest, today was a bad day. I was at the daycare without my assistant. I know, like first world problems, right? But there was 6 kids here. My own daughter was homesick, and it was a rough day, and my phone kept going off. And I was like, I'm going to have a breakdown. I told Katia. And I thought, BS, like I've prayed for days like this. So know when somebody needs to be mentored and whenever someone's being lazy, okay? And make sure that you're not treating your friends and your sisters and your brothers on our team like they're annoying, even though they're questions you may be like, oh my gosh. Mentor them, pour into them, love them, because guess what? They're showing up and they're hungry. They're not messaging you a bunch of BS griping, okay? So I just, I have to check myself on that. And so leaders, check yourself on that too. I always say don't spend all your time on your team, but if you're spending time walking and running with your teammates, then you're still growing your business, okay? Critical, if you're brand new, and even if you're not, leaders, hear this, because you need to make sure your girls know this. VIP 800 and VIP 1600, what does that mean? Okay, those are your first 2 goals in your first 14 days. What that means, and I know some of you are like, I already know what that means, but just hear me out, because there's a lot of new peeps. That means you need to bring in 4 promoters on a package and 4 customers enrolled on auto shipment. They do not have to ever stay and have that second order process. However, they do have to enroll on that, okay? Here's what I want you to know. In a perfect world, if you did all $200 orders, well, that's 8 times 200, and that's $1,600. You need $1,600 in volume, or volume, like Steph says. So play it smart. The promoters have to be on a package, okay? Customers don't have to be on our 3 steps. So I will never lose a sale because somebody just wants shakes, but I'll always make sure I explain to them they're going to get a third of the benefit. Actually, I always say it's not going to do what the 3 steps would, but one of my new girls, Erin, put it in perfect terms today, where you're not going, well, you probably should order 3. She goes, well, then they'll get a third of the benefit. And I thought, hot damn, that's exactly right. Like, that's a great way to explain it. Well, you'll get a third of the benefit, not being ugly, not being rude, just setting that expectation. I love to be able to quantify things. So if you're not on the 3 steps and you're on 2 of the 3, well, then you can say you're getting 2/3 of the benefits, right? You're quantifying it for them. I think that will really resonate with some people, instead of just going, well, you won't get the same. No, like, quantify it for them. So I loved that, Erin. Nobody can upgrade and still count as a VIP. So you cannot bring somebody in as a customer and then the next day they're like, oh my God, I want to be a promoter. Okay. Talk to me, message your sponsor before you do anything. Please. I'm not going to say any more. I just want you, don't do it, because it won't count for your VIPs. If it happens without you knowing, I'm not going to get mad at you. And this isn't me getting mad at you. This is me protecting your VIPs. Message me immediately and say, I have someone that wants to upgrade. What can we do? How can we make this work? Okay. First time orders only. So when I was going for my VIPs, I had 4 and 4. I was $60 away. My friend Kayla, who was a customer, said, hey, Court, I'll just buy capsules. I was going to buy them next month anyways because we were together. She knew I was super close, went in and bought them. Didn't count towards my VIPs. Has to be first time orders only. These are those little tricky rules that we can either be like, or we can be like, okay, I know them. I'm going to make them work, because that's a lot of money they're handing out. They're handing out $800 plus we're giving away extra $600, right? So they're $1,400 in just bonuses. Yeah, there's going to be some rules. The reason why I always start my newbie students out with this is because once you get this down, you can go and you can duplicate it every month, just like the steps to success. But if you can duplicate that and you can teach your team to do it and you can learn that in your sleep, you will continue to see your organization grow. I'm taking another picture really quick because there's 41 people on here now, and that just melts my heart. Like, it makes me so excited to be with so many like-minded people. Okay. I don't know why. I'm super emotional right now. I'm just excited and overwhelmed, and it's just, man, it's awesome. So know your VIP 1600, 800 inside and out. I'm going to tell you this. When I switched companies, I did not come with a slew of people on a boat that sailed on over to Fort Worth, Texas, and waited at my front door and said, sign me up. I fought for every one of those customers. I'm going to be completely transparent as your leader. I was beat up. I did not believe in myself, and I sure as heck didn't believe I could get VIP 1600 at all. I was like, yeah, right. I fought for it. I called my friend, will you support me? I don't do this anymore. I don't have to. But when I first started, you better bet you I did. I called my dad. I need you to order shakes. What kind do you want? I called my mom. And I get some of us don't have that luxury, but you have somebody. And Dustin all kept telling me, he's like, well, who do you know that would support you no matter what? And I'm like, nobody. And I kept telling myself that lie. Now, 3 months later, I'm like, God, I should have called this person and this person, because we all know somebody that'll support us. You know, my first 2 orders were the 3 steps, which really shocked me, which were girls that were still in my former company hiding incognito. Okay. So don't be afraid to beg. Don't beg publicly. Don't get on your Facebook and be like, oh my God, I'm running out of days. Don't be stupid. Okay. But don't be so prideful. I want you to think, if this is your second go in this industry, I want you to think back to whenever you first joined this industry, or like your first day of college, or your first day, or that first moment of anything new where you're ignorant and it's on fire, like college. You're like, I'm so cool, right? I'm going to get to class early. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to do my hair. And then 3 weeks in, you show up with a wet ponytail and you barely make it to class, right? Don't be that person. Be the person that has ignorance on fire, right? That's like, oh my God. I mean, and I do love our products. I really do. But we all get in our own way and we're like, oh, I already asked them for all these other months for this. No, ignorance on fire. I have something new. You have got to try it. Once you get out of your own way, once you get out of your own head, you can do it. I'm going to call out myself and I'm going to call out Tracy. Tracy was in her own head, and I know she didn't mind me saying this. Tracy transferred companies, and for a week, Tracy was like frozen. And I'm gonna be honest, I was like, is this chick even gonna do anything, or is she gonna like ghost us all? Like I was nervous because I'm like, she'd be all in, and then I was like, I did the same thing for a week. I was like basically sitting here, and I just envisioned myself in a rocking chair going like, oh my God, what am I doing? I've never, like, did I make a mistake? Oh, no, bull. Once I got that out of my head, I went 12K that month and earned my car that month. So if you're in your own way, I get it. I do not fault you. I do not judge you, but I'm telling you, once you get out of your own way and you go and you get, think about it. 4 and 4 is not hard. You just look at 1,600. I understand that can seem like a big number. You'll learn real quick in this company it's not. But if you just think 4 and 4, and that's what you get up and you work for every day. Guys, get out of the chats. Don't live in the chats. Don't live in the research. Don't live in the things that are fluff. I want you to go like I want you to think like I'm sitting here, right? And I'm like, okay, Erin, I got $2,000 in my hands with your name on it. You gonna get it or not? That has to be your mentality. That has to be your, oh yeah, it is 21 days for Canadians. You're right. That has got to be your mindset. Like someone's waving that money because they are. It's very easy. It's not like, oh, well, you'll make a commission and you'll promote and we'll see how much you make. No, like it's a bonus. It is paid. It's paid out. So, go get it. Yes, your husbands can be, Canadians have 21 days because it takes them over a week to get their products. A spouse, okay, so you can have 2 customers and 2 promoters in a household, okay? So yes, my husband was one of my customers. Absolutely, George. Yes. I was like, come on, like I'm getting this, nothing's going to stop me, because then it just propelled my whole business. So know those rules, know them inside and out. And here's the deal. I really liked what that Amanda girl said on our training the other day. She said, I'm going to bring you in and I'll train you, but I'm not going to come and blow your phone up all day. And I'm going to tell you the same thing. And please hear me when I say this. If you're on my team, if you're one of my leaders, blow my phone up if you want me. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, and it's not because I like you the most. It's because I want you to understand something. My phone may have 4 text messages in it. By the time I check it again, it may have 20. Well, where's yours? It's way down here. Same thing with my Facebook Messenger. And I'm not making excuses. I'm letting you know right now this is embarrassing. I have 125 unread text messages. Okay? So hear me when I say this. If you want me, blow my phone up. Katie already knows the trick. If you message me and then you voice memo me, I'm going to immediately think you're dying, and I'm going to open up my text message and listen to your voice memo, right? Because I'm going to be like, oh my God, that's just my mindset. So I never, ever, ever want you to think I'm ignoring you or I don't want to help you. But it's like the little kid in class who's like this whenever you message me once, but if you need me, you're like, hey, yo, I need you over here, come help me. I have to do that with Dustin. Steph and me, like, we have to put out a search bot people for him some days. Like, it's just the way it is because we get so busy. So do not ever not work your business because you can't find an answer. Come and get us. Coming and bother. You're not bothering me, but if you feel like you are, that's okay. Just bug me until I answer you. I want you to be successful, but I'm not going to babysit and check on you. And I love that because y'all, the best people in this are going to be the ones that ask their own questions, figure stuff out, that are independent, and because we empower each other, not because we don't help each other. We always help each other, but because we empower each other. I want you to think about these things. Some of you have heard me say these things all the time, but I'm going to say them again because I just love them. The number one word that I have really believed in since August 15th, and I will carry on into 2018 with me, my word is curiosity. I feel like with this company, the main reason I am successful is because I build a curious audience. Today, so many people have been like, what did you earn $25,000 at once over a span of time? Like, can you explain that to me? Okay, fine, I'll bite. What are you doing? Because I put up there that I did that, but I leave out the details because I want people in my inbox. I want to give people questions to ask me. Hold on really quick, a girl. Okay, so I get so sidetracked, sorry. Curiosity. I want you to think about that with everything you do. I want you to think about that when you're talking to potentials. If they don't ask you a question, don't answer it. Okay? I shouldn't keep saying this, but I will because I'm like a freaking Polly Parrot to myself. Okay, so, God, I swear I have ADD so bad. Dang it, I just forgot what I was going to say. Hold on. I don't remember. Anyways, so curiosity, that's my word, building that curiosity. Oh, whenever you're talking to your potentials, if I know what I was going to say. See, it just takes me a minute. So in college, I had to take a course on listening, and some of you have heard this story, and I wasn't going to be able to move on until I remembered what my thought was. And I had to videotape myself listening and pretending to interview people. And it was I needed someone to put duct tape over my mouth. I interrupt myself. Like, I suck at listening. But I've learned to train myself when I'm talking to a potential to shut up, okay? It needs to be all about them, and you need to let them be doing most of the talking. Whenever they can tell you what they would do with the business, or hearing their needs, whether it's with the products or the business, you're going to be able to figure out so much about that person, and then you make it about them. One thing too, when girls are scared, the worst thing you can say, or guys, sorry, Brandon, or guys, whenever girls or guys are scared and they're like, but I'm scared, that's like me saying, I have a pet snake, and you going, well, I'm scared, of me going, what are you scared of? It's not biting me. Just touch it. This is fun. Just touch it, right? No. Validate their fears. Validate the way they feel. Let them know, I know how that feels. And listen to them and let them know how you got over it, but do not dismiss. I don't care. I could show them my pay stubs, my 2 luxury vehicles. They don't care. They don't care. They're not on this side, okay? What they want to know is that they're going to be okay and that you've been in their shoes. That's what you need to do, is validate them. So the curiosity, the quality over quantity. But I'm going to tell you something that I heard today on a webinar. Don't date your prospects for 16 years. Okay. It was saying, like, if you have a prospect and you're taking them food, meeting them at a ball game, he's like, that's like a 6-year engagement. He's like, get over it. He was like, it's more effective to talk to people and shoot them straight than build a BS relationship with them. Build a rapport with them, but also, Dustin didn't build rapport with me at all. And I'm not saying good or bad, but for me, I was money minded and I was ready for a change and I was hungry. He didn't have to. He was personable. He got on a Zoom. We laughed. I felt like I knew who he was and that his teeth really were that white, but he didn't sit there. That's the first thing. I was like, your teeth really are that white, because I use Facetune. I know how to whiten my teeth on a filter, and I about died. But like, he didn't like spend all this time going, well, how old are your kids? I mean, we have a great friendship now. I have a great friendship with a lot of you now, but that's not why we were on a Zoom. So you can get to know somebody, but don't like date them for what will feel like forever, because this is about making money. Okay. I loved that. You need to know right now today, what is your why and what is your dream board? And I'm going to tell you, as your leader, I have got to go and redo mine like ASAP. And here's why. My whole why has changed. My why was to be home with my kids and close my daycare, and I'm closing my daycare. And so today I started panicking, because I'm like, well, what's next? Well, what do I do? What am I going to, and I know that may sound weird, but for me, I was like, oh God, like, what am I going to do? What if like everyone ran away? And I'm like, stop, like, don't talk to yourself like that. Like, what is your why? Because my why changed. If you're feeling panicky, if you're feeling unsure, uneasy, you need to go back and revisit your why, and it might be time to change it. And that's okay. We should outgrow our whys, right? If your why is to pay off a debt, well, you don't pay off all your debt and then be like, peace out, like, I'm going to give up on it. Like, no, like, then you go to your next why. And here's the thing I'll say, your why's got to be bigger than you. Because we can let ourselves down all day, but we're not going to let a big why, something that's bigger than our lives, we're not going to let that down. So think about that. Think about your dream board. I mean, as snotty as it sounds, I say it with the most humble heart. I have 2 things left on my dream board. They're already marked off. Well, guess what? I'm going to have to go and redo that. And you know what? There's going to be a lot of selfless things come onto that dream board, not just like Botox or cars or purses, right? I'm proud of that. I'm happy for that. I feel like I treated myself, because I've worked my tail off for 2 years and I finally have been able to, see good money. But it's not about me anymore. It's about you guys, and it's about the lives that we're changing. So when you're writing your whys and you're building your dream board, I really want you to think of, how can you incorporate the most people onto your dream board? And if you feel the devil shake you in this business, you need to go back and see what your why is. And if your why is so that you can pay cash for groceries, like, okay, but is that really a big enough why that's going to make you jump out of bed and fight in the morning? Or, could you maybe have peanut butter and jelly for dinner for, you know what I'm saying? Like, really think about, is it a life-changing why that you're getting up every day and fighting for? That's what's going to keep you going on your hardest days. And that's what's going to make you jump out of bed excited for your feet to hit the ground. So I just encourage you, especially with the new year coming up, make that a priority, and make it a good one. Make it a really good one. Don't be afraid to dream big, especially not with this team, man. Do not be afraid to dream big, because everything I've written down, I have accomplished. There are 2 things that this church home one, I don't know, that's for ongoing adoptive family. I finally, like, God presented a family to me, which is so crazy. It was an old teammate, and she lost her baby the day after I did a live saying, what family could I adopt that I know? She was one of my rap sisters, and her child passed away. And so I'm not excited about that by any means. I was devastated, but I thought, wow, like, God presented somebody to me that really, really needs something just for their kids. So get on that ASAP. I want to talk about your daily income producing activities. leaders, if you want to weigh in the chat on this, go ahead and let me know anything you're thinking of. Posting 2 to 3 times a day about your life is what really keeps this business, the curiosity going, the momentum going, and the interaction up. I know for some people that it's either going to feel, my daughter's texting me, really? I don't think so. She's 8. It's going to have you feeling one of 2 ways. You're either not from this industry and you're going to be like, Jesus, I have to post all the time. Or you're going to go, you only want me to post 2 or 3 times a day? Because I will never forget, I trained my team. If y'all ever met them, my old team, I was like, you need to set your alarm on your phone and you need to post every hour, because we would do, there are 10 spots open and now there's only 9 and now there's 7 and oh, let's do an odd number again, now there's 5, right? So I mean, my intentions were golden, but there was no longevity in it, and you can't duplicate that. And the number one thing I've learned in this business is if you can't duplicate it, you can't make it. You can make a lot of money, but it'll never last if you can't duplicate what you're doing and teach your team to do that. So 2 to 3 times a day about your life. I'm going to give you a little bit of my thought process, but make it match your life. Make it match your day. Every morning I try to start with something inspirational that's like me, something about me. A lot of self-love. I have anxiety. I've suffered from depression. I have lost jobs. Some of you don't even know those stories. Steph, I shared it with her yesterday, and she was just like, oh my God. And so self-love and self-confidence is something I really struggle with. So that's what's very special to me in the mornings, is to post something that shows somebody else, like gives them hope. Maybe they're nervous on their way to work, or maybe they're going into a meeting in front of people that they know don't like them, or whatever it may be. I just hope to give someone a little bit of hope every morning. Then around lunchtime, I like to give someone hope with some sort of results from our products, whether it be energy, whether it be, and this isn't perfect, so don't go and grade my Facebook, because every day it's a little different. Today was payday, so I'm going to post about payday. And then I always try to post something about the business opportunity, even if it's just the fact that I am able to, do homework with my daughter. And it could be anything. It could be your kids hanging off of your arms, and the fact that they're hanging off of your arms and not somebody else's, or it could be what your goal is. You're driving home and you're like, take a picture of the traffic and say 2018, my goal is not to ever sit here again. Like, it doesn't have to be, your life doesn't have to be perfect. Show the messy sides of it. Show the, because my life, I wasn't always a work at home full-time mom, right? It took me 2 years to get here. And so, like, you're going to attract people that are like you. So really embrace that. If you're going from one job to the next, go and say, heading to job number 2, so glad I'm able to build an empire from my phone. Everything's temporary. Stuff like that. So let me see what's Buffer, I don't use, and I don't encourage you to use it, because, and I'm just being honest, and I will not ever not be your friend or your leader if you use it. I know that there's one girl that uses it because she's a teacher. Some nurses have to. I do understand that, but I'm going to tell you, Buffer is fake. Everyone knows what Buffer is now, right? When Buffer first came out, you better believe I had my post scheduled for a week every hour. It was awesome. But then I realized that it grouped them together. Then everyone's like, oh, Buffer. And plus I want to evoke some emotions when people read my stuff, and you can't do that when it's pre-planned. I don't care what you say, but there is something magical. Like right now, being able to sit in front of you on this Zoom is so much different than if I would have recorded a video and sent it to you. Something about this face-to-face, this energy that you can feel and I can feel from you, people get that vibe whenever you're live posting. Talk to 3 to 5 new people about their product or the business every day. Yes. Goal to gain 10 new people liking, commenting on your Facebook or Instagram stuff each day. Yes, do that by interacting with them. So I post 2 to 3 times a day. about my life. I am building relationships with people. Amanda had a really good point the other night to build relationships on people's walls before their inbox. And I don't think that like you should only build a relationship on one spot, but everybody loves to be, what words am I looking for? Everyone likes to be validated. They like to be recognized. So if you post a picture of yourself and I get in your inbox and I'm like, those are such cute shoes, where are they from? Versus I comment on your picture and go, those shoes are adorable. Now I'm in your inbox. I not only stroked your ego publicly and sincerely, y'all, if you don't like the dang shoes, don't build a fake relationship with somebody, okay? You like their shoes publicly, then you slide into their inbox and y'all are chatting about it. That's sincere. That's authentic. People post because they want attention. Nobody puts a picture up of them in an ugly outfit because they want no comments, right? People post things they want feedback on. Give it to them. Then get in their messenger. 98% of the people I sign every month are first-time talk-tos. Today I watched a webinar and it said that 50% of the time you spend working your business every day should be talking to new people and asking them if they're open to learning. And this is like, y'all, this goes against the hair on my arm, but I'm a numbers person. It said 50% of the people that 50% of your time should be spent blatantly asking somebody every day, are you open to hearing about making money from your phone? And I have gotten out of the habit of cold messaging. I have a lot of thoughts about that. I don't think that you should send a fake cold message that's like, hey, I think you'd be really cute on my team. I have 2 spots open. That to me is not only a cold message, but it's fake, right? It's not true. That's not true. I got endless spots. An authentic message that's cold, if you will, is, hey, would you be open to chatting? I didn't pitch you my company. I didn't tell you I had a VIP spot. I didn't tell you anything. I just asked you a sincere, straight to the point question. I don't think that it hurts to give that a shot. I really don't. And I'm going to give a perfect example of Erin. I don't know where she is. See if I see her on here. She was on here. I'm not sure if she still is. Erin, I cold messaged her yesterday, a sincere, genuine cold message, but I hadn't built a rapport with her. I just shared with her some of my struggles, asked her a couple of questions. She signed up. She's on fire, right? Oh, I know why she's not on here, because she's creating a bunch of group messages with me. So don't be afraid to do something that maybe didn't work before or became annoying before. Just it's how you do it. It's how you do it. Like I said, 98% of the people I sign are first time talk tos. So that number is huge to me. 3-way chats, how to use them, what to use them for. Do not put me in a 3-way chat to make small talk. Do not put me in a 3-way chat to answer questions that you can answer yourself. If you're new, put me in all the 3-way chats and watch how I talk to people. All of them. I don't care if you were enrolled by me or you were gifted to me, okay? Put me in all the 3-way chats. Let me work, okay? Do not put me in a 3-way chat and say, hi, this is Susie. She's interested to know what we do. Unless you're brand new. If you're a leader, do not do that to me. That is not good use of my time. That's not good use of your time. Do not ask me to do a Zoom with you if you have not, unless you're new and brand new. Don't ask me to get on a Zoom, because y'all, I want you to think this is not even about me. This is about them. They feel ganged up on, right? If you put me in a Zoom, get me on a Zoom, it's 2 against 1 already. They're probably nervous. They're probably scared. They're probably skeptical, or else we wouldn't be on that Zoom, because they would have been like me and dove in head first, right? I want you to stop and think about how are you interacting with those people. Use your use people to validate what you've already told the person or to answer questions that you don't know the answer to. But do not put people in three-way chats to do your job for you, because at the end of the day, if I close all of your people and then they need help and they're coming to you and you're not willing to work your business, they're not going to stick around. They're not going to go, well, who is that other person? Well, who's my upline? And it's not that we don't all help each other, but they need to feel a connection. People join you, not a business, okay? I want you to remember that and really, really think about that. Three-way chats can either be our best friend or our worst enemy. So think about how you're utilizing them. Think about they're magical. I never used them before with my last company, and I never used Zooms, but if you use them in the wrong way, they're a waste of everyone's time. I got on a Zoom with a girl once, and she's like, I got on a Zoom with a girl for a girl once, and the first thing the girl said was, "This some pyramid scheme?" And I'm like, okay, so now I'm like awkwardly going to sit here and convince this person that network marketing is not even a pyramid scheme. No, like we're professionals, right? We're good. That's like someone walking into Starbucks for an interview and being like, this coffee any better than McDonald's? No, like, no, right? We have to have, you can educate somebody and then you keep on moving, but really think about where you're spending your time. Reverse prospecting. If people are in your inbox asking you to join their team, you need to flip it on them immediately. They're already familiar with the industry, and you need to at least try. Don't get frustrated. Don't not answer them. Say, I used to be with that company, or say, I'm with a similar company. I would really, really, really like to, I'd like to actually chat with you. Take it as an opportunity to start talking to them. What is your plan every day? You should wake up every day and know exactly what your plan is to work your business. You should dedicate a certain amount of time to your business. If not, you will either spend no time working your business or a lot of time doing what you think is working your business, okay? So I will either write out a list in my calendar or in my notebook. I'm not organized at all. And it'll let me know what my to-do list. One of the things on my to-do list that day may be just to get stuff in the mail. But if you don't have a plan for your day, your day will slip away from you, or you will sit there and play on Facebook all day. So really think about, what does your day look like? Give yourself a task list, give yourself a checklist, and be like, this is something I struggle with. Be okay walking away and being like, okay, I completed my work for today. Your list should not include, I'm going to put 16 people in the computer, because all we can do is control certain variables, right? We can work and do income producing activities, but it's up to them whether they see value in our product or in our business. We have to make sure everything else is set up. And if I'm just sitting there going, well, I said I was going to sign someone today, and start getting in my own head all day, then I've become a non-worker. I've become a thinker. So really think about, what are your income producing activities? I talk a lot about my list of 6, but I know too that that's ever changing. That's just a starting point. That also may look completely different for you. You may work completely different hours. Just have a plan. Like, not everyone's workout looks the same, right? You may enjoy things that I don't, and vice versa. One of the last things I'll talk to you about is, I heard this on a webinar today too. You should be doing something to actively work your business every day as a social marketer, and you should be doing something every day to actively grow yourself as a social marketer in the presence on a different platform. And I want to talk to you about that. It really was an aha for me. It talked about the consistency. You consistently work your business on a platform every day while you are consistently building an audience on a separate platform. Okay. So this was an example that this guy gave. Was a lady posted, ran her business on her Facebook, but she decided for a year she was going to blog every day. Every day she was going to write a blog. Now that sounds a little intimidating. I'm assuming it wasn't like, 20 pages long every day, but every day. Well, guess what she did? She created an authentic audience and then married the two. And I thought that is so smart. Maybe not to blog, whether it be you like to make videos, whether it be you like to go live, whatever that may be. I want you to really think about that, because there are so many different platforms. We cannot jump into network marketing as someone who's brand new or somebody who's even been in for 2 years and expect to work Twitter, which I will never learn Twitter. Oh my God. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook Live, YouTube. Like, I can't do all of that. There's no way, because then you half butt do everything, right? But what he was saying is, pick something you're really good at and make that where your number one platform, and then start working to build your audience on the other one. For me personally, I know that I'm going to go ahead and say this out loud, which it scares me, but I want to blog. I started a blog about anxiety last year, and I have so much to say, so much, and it's hard for me to get back to that, because I feel like, well, is it income producing? But if I gave a little bit of time to it every day, think of the different people I could connect with that may potentially become income producing, because this isn't even about just my bank account. This is about making an impact, right? So find your niche, find the people you can speak to. Whether you've struggled with infertility, whether you're a single mom, there's an avenue, there's a group, there's an audience that you have not tapped into yet. Think of a different way. I'm laughing, MySpace. Think of a different avenue that maybe you don't start that right now. Maybe that's on your list of something to focus on for 2018. That's what I'm going to do. But just be playing around with that in your head, because having an audience on multiple platforms only lets people connect with you on multiple levels. And we all know people join you, not a business. So, I think that that's all I have. I hope that helped you. If you've joined us, all I can do is tell you that knowledge on ice is so much worse than ignorance on fire. There's also this thing called the knowing and doing gap. And especially if you're switching companies, you may know how to do something and you may be paused, frozen to take that action. Just do it. Just do it. Pretend like, it is day number 1 and you have discovered gold and you are going to tell everyone about it, because we do have a product that works. We do have a product that has 95% retention. So we know we have something valuable. We've just got to be excited about it, because then other people will see the value in it. Don't spend your days trying to talk someone into seeing the value in this. Don't spend your days trying to convince somebody they need this or that they'll benefit from it. Spend your days connecting with and finding people who already have established a need for extra income, a need to hit reset, a need for products. There are people out there everywhere. It's up to you to establish that need, not create that need. Okay, so don't forget that. That's all I have. I love y'all. I'm excited. Our month's not even halfway over. I'll tell you what our volume's at right now. And let me see. Because y'all know a gap does not scare me. It motivates me every single day, and that's what it should do for you. We're at 36,358, so we're ahead of where we were yesterday, and or we're ahead of where we were this day a month ago. We have amazing growth. We have people about to pop different promotions, and all I'm going to do is I want to tell you that I joined and launched, and within 2 weeks, I ended the month that I joined with $16,000 in volume. I didn't know what in the hell I was doing, and I did not bring a posse with me, okay? So anything is possible. anything is possible when you put your head down. We have all the right tools. We have all the right resources. We just got to get to work. Don't let Christmas be a distraction. Let it be a why. Don't take away from your families. I want you to enjoy your families, but don't let it be your excuse for not getting busy. My family probably gets so annoyed with me, but I proudly wear my Thrive DFT wherever. I do whatever. I'm proud. I'm proud of who I am, and I talk about it any chance I get. So take the opportunity whenever you're around people you're not around normally during the holidays, and let them know what you're doing. That's all I got. I love y'all. I am just so excited. I'm very blessed to have you girls and guys on my team. We're all one big family, and man, I can't wait to see what we're going to do the rest of this month and what we're going to come into 2018 and do, because I've already spoke into existence and told the CEO that I will have $1 million team next year, and that'll be because of all of us, not because of me. So I love y'all. Let me know if you need anything, and put me in all the three-way messages if you're new. Okay? Love y'all. Bye.